Is this a pelvic floor exercise for treating erectile dysfunction? Hi, I'm Michelle, and unfortunately, no, you can be forgiven for thinking this is a pelvic floor exercise for erectile dysfunction, judging by what you see online, but this is an exercise for the buttock muscles. It's not a specific exercise for targeting the muscles that are responsible for an erection. Today I'm guiding you through how to do pelvic floor exercises for men with weak pelvic floor muscles who are suffering from erectile dysfunction. I'm going to be guiding you through step by step how to activate the correct muscles and then how to train these muscles to improve the hardness and firmness of erections, as well as maintaining erections for longer periods of time. Now, we know in the past that these exercises have been prescribed typically according to how many exercises women will do, but we know now that men need to target muscles, specific muscles in the pelvic floor that are at the front of the pelvic floor, and they need to do a different dosage or different amount of exercise to what women do. During the course of my career, over 25 years of treating women and men with pelvic floor problems, we've come to understand that the way we treat women and men with pelvic floor problems is quite different. With men with pelvic floor problems, we are targeting specific muscles in the pelvic floor, thanks to recent research. We're going to start these pelvic floor exercises for ED in long sitting. This means you're positioning yourself with your legs extended out in front of your body in a relaxed, supported position. Your upper body is relaxed, maybe semi-reclined, and again, your upper body is supported. The muscles we're targeting are muscles in and around the base of the penis. So we talked about the buttock muscles at the start of the video. They're muscles outside the pelvis. So they're the muscles that you can feel, obviously, at the back of your body, your glutes. Your pelvic floor muscles you can't actually see. They're inside your body, inside, in and around where you sit. And the specific muscles we're targeting are muscles at the front of your pelvic floor. Now, these muscles sit in and around the base of the penis. You might have heard in the past that contracting muscles around the anus will help. They won't. We need to target more specific muscles. One group of muscles called bulbospongiosus. These are at the base of the penis and they encircle the base of the penis like a pressure cuff. So when they contract, they squeeze shut and they trap blood within the penis. And this is the way that erections are maintained and established, by trapping blood within the penis and preventing it from escaping. The other group of muscles that we're training or we're targeting are ischiocavenosus muscles, which are a little bit deeper behind the base of the penis and sit a little bit wider. These muscles also act to compress veins and stop blood escaping from the penis. Now, the particular exercise that I'm showing you today, we know they've been found in research to correctly activate the muscles at the front of the pelvic floor in men. It's a coordinated action of these muscles. That means these muscles all working together. If your pelvic floor muscles are weak, that will help you improve the strength and improve the endurance in these muscles. Now, how do we activate them? Feeling and noticing in and around the base of your penis, what I'd like you to do, and the correct action, the correct instruction, is to shorten the penis. Now, while this might sound like an unusual instruction, your pelvic floor physiotherapist might have told you the action is to shorten the penis. And we know from the research that this is the correct action to activate these muscles at the front part of the pelvic floor, or some of the specific muscles that are involved, including bulbospongiosus, in maintaining this erection. So, if you can, what I'd like you to do is to think about shortening the penis. This means very gently drawing the penis in towards your body, and it will move slightly upwards if you're doing it correctly, and then releasing and let go. So it might be a very subtle movement. You might see a very subtle movement of the penis move inwards towards the body and slightly upwards towards the belly, and then release and let go. This is not a large movement. It's a very subtle movement, particularly if you've never done these exercises before. What you might feel when you're doing these exercises correctly is a tightening around the base of the penis. And if you use two fingers, you might feel the area between the testicles and the anus. This is called the perineum. You might find this area becoming firmer or tenser. So there's some keys to knowing whether you're doing these exercises correctly. If you're still not sure, there's a way of promoting activation of these muscles. You can take the thumb and the two fingers and apply them over the end of the penis. In this manner, taking hold of the end of the penis, not stretching, just holding on, and lifting up slightly in that same activated position you saw on the video just a moment ago. So using the thumb and the 2 fingers over the end of the penis, applying very gentle resistance, not a stretch, just gentle resistance. Try to draw the penis inwards towards your body against this resistance. This is a great way of activating these same muscles involved in this process. Some of the key things involved in doing this exercise correctly are as follows. When you shorten the penis or draw it in towards your body, your breathing should remain normal. Your buttocks should remain relaxed. Some men think that contracting their buttocks is actually contracting their pelvic floor muscles, which is incorrect. This often happens when we're trying too strongly. This is why it's very important to start these exercises gently and really refine this technique. So your buttocks stay relaxed, your belly stays fairly relaxed, and your breathing remains normal. And that is how you do a correct pelvic floor exercise for targeting the muscles at the front of the pelvic floor. And remember that if you haven't done these exercises before, it's completely understandable that it's difficult, it can be very challenging to get these exercises correct in the first place. And many men struggle with doing these exercises correctly at the outset because they've never done them before. And let's face it, we can't actually see these muscles, and whoever teaches us these exercises until we have problems. How do you train your pelvic floor muscles for erectile dysfunction? And how long is it going to take? Do you expect to see results? Let's start by training endurance. Remembering that endurance is the ability of a muscle to contract for a long period of time. So we want to train the endurance, or how long these muscles can contract for, so that they work for you during intimacy, during arousal, and contract and keep the blood within the penis for longer periods of time. Now, how do you do this? Well, what you do is you start by holding the contractions and trying to maintain longer contractions for up to 10 seconds. And you might like to start now by practicing and noticing if you can contract and draw the penis inwards, keeping the buttocks relaxed, keeping the belly relaxed, breathing normally, and see how long you can hold these exercises for up to 10 seconds in a row. Then when you're finished, release and relax and let go completely. Just like exercising in the gym, you'll be relaxing these muscles and resting them before your next exercise, because they're just small muscles and they need time to recover. Then you'll see how many of these exercises, these long exercises, you can do in a row. Let's say, for example, you could do 2-second hold then. And let's say, for example, you could do this 3 times in a row. Well, this is where you would start, a 2-second hold and doing that 3 times in a row. And you'll try to repeat this 6 times during the course of the day. Ultimately, you're aiming to do 10-second exercises 10 times in a row and doing those 6 times during the day. Now, this might seem like a lot of exercise, but if you do a set first thing in the morning, then perhaps in the shower, spread them out throughout the day, you can then start to accumulate more exercises. Now, that's your endurance exercise. Now, we also need to address power. How do you do your power exercises? Again, we're starting off gently to get the right contraction and get the right control, but then you can improve the strength of these over time. And what you do is a 1-second contraction. And this is a contract and relax, meaning shorten the penis and let it go. And again, shortening and release and let go completely. And again, counting how many of these you can do up to 10 in a row. And that is your guide. If you can do 5 in a row when you start out, that's how many you do. And again, you would do these 6 times throughout the course of the day. I like to get men to do their endurance exercises, the longer exercises first, and then followed by the shorter power exercises after that. Well, how long can you expect to wait to notice improvements? Some men, interestingly, will notice improvements in the first couple of weeks when they just start to activate these muscles. But for other men, it can take up to 12 weeks and they'll start to notice nocturnal erections during the night time, during sleep, or wake up with an erection. And this could be a sign that the muscles are getting stronger. Remembering that if you haven't exercised these muscles before, if they're particularly weak, it is going to take time and regular exercise doing these exercises every day of the week, or at least 5 to 6 days of the week, to notice improvements and get strength gains. Just like exercising your muscles, your bicep muscles, your leg muscles in the gym, it takes practice and repeated effort and improving or progressing your exercises over time. So I think you can see that pelvic floor exercises for erectile dysfunction need to be specifically targeted at the correct muscles. So if you're finding that your Kegel exercises aren't giving you the best outcome. It might be that you're not targeting the correct muscles in the first place, or secondly, that you're not achieving enough exercise dosage, which is doing enough exercises during the course of the day. Now, if you need further assistance, there's two things I'd like to mention. Pelvic floor physiotherapists or pelvic health physiotherapists are trained to help you with these exercises and with erectile dysfunction. So you can see a pelvic health physiotherapist in your area. If you're a man that's had a sudden onset of erectile dysfunction, it's wise to see your doctor just to check out that nothing else is going on, because erectile dysfunction can be a symptom of other problems going on in the body. Pelvic floor exercises can help men with erectile dysfunction, particularly as part of a broader treatment approach, but only when the correct muscles are trained. I hope this video helps you understand that you need to exercise the right muscles to get the best results for treating erectile dysfunction. In the case of erectile dysfunction, we're directing our focus towards the pelvic floor muscles at the front of the pelvic floor, and this is where erectile dysfunction training needs to focus on these particular muscles that are involved in the process of maintaining an erection, improving the hardness and firmness, and improving the duration, or how long an erection lasts for as well. Now, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or comments about these exercises. I'd love to hear. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video, which is coming up next, which is a real-time workout for pelvic floor exercises. So stay with me for that. Thanks so much for watching today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye for now.